Well, hello, friends. We'll record a bit of a video for YouTube using the DJI Pocket 3 to record this video. Now, I am at home. It is a Friday. This will probably be one take, no edits. You know how it is. I got a number of really nice comments on my videos recently. New subscribers, new people commenting, existing friends commenting, talking about some of the different things that I had mentioned in my last videos. One of them being comparing system capabilities using complex music, ideally, or in that case, I was talking about metal music. Now, metal music is not everybody's favorite genre. We can agree, just the same way that we don't all like all music. That's fine. That's not really the debate. The debate is a lot like using, or the same sort of sound versus measurements versus listening versus like how do we determine certain things, right? Like this is the topic that I like to get into. So join me today. We are going to listen to CDs. I have a CD that is, from what I can tell, is copyright free. So hopefully this video will have music in the background and we will all enjoy whatever music we have on this CD. I will probably have to turn it down some, put it on 25. All right, cool. Put the wide angle lens on my camera so we can see more of the room. I should have probably put up my tripod. My tripod's over here ready for Instagram lives. This is how I do it. I essentially just turn my camera on. I have a passcode, which I'm not going to show you. So I set up my camera. Right now it's on Wi-Fi, so I have a whole bunch of notifications. Then I open Instagram, and then I have the option to go live. We'll go live. I'm just going to show live. And then I can turn my camera around and do all this kind of stuff. And then like this is essentially how I can go live with my camera. So I have my tripod set up for that today. I wasn't planning on putting this tripod down, but I can. So while we scramble or we scan through some music, let me just flip my camera around. We'll say hello, get my face on here. Welcome, hello. Let me just angle up. It's not tracking today, but I will put on the tracking. Let's see if I can do that. There we go. Yes, so hello and welcome to my friends. I am going to scroll through this CD, see if we can get some better music on here. The CD has been in my life for quite a number of years. I remember listening to it in the early 2000s. In the 90s, I was using this CD to just educate myself in the hi-fi space. My first audio system in 96. I have a couple of CDs from about that time when I was learning about hi-fi and when I was buying my first sets of speakers and listening to music with friends. I ended up having some of the best sound systems out of my friends group, and it's still kind of the case because hi-fi is a hobby that not a lot of people can either afford or they don't know how to pursue it. It sort of requires an invite. Like if you invite your friends to listen to music, then it becomes like an easier time or a more fun experience with them inviting you into the space and showing you how this stuff works and reasons why to invest in the products and what to go and buy, you know what I mean? Like even where to go and buy it sometimes if people are not sure, like if it's going to be a box store or a mom and pop shop or a brick and mortar store, or now there's a lot of online where when I was getting into hi-fi, you had to go and visit the store. There's no opportunity to order or look online. In 96, we all know the internet was not exactly the most fluent thing. So we had to do everything kind of the hard way. And finding music, even at that time, it was mostly CDs. Now, if you will allow me a minute, let me flip this camera back around. My CD collection is still quite extensive. I have lots and lots of CDs here from my past. Some of them that I just purchased recently, but they were on my favorites list, so I had to buy them. There's definitely one of those. And I purchased a whole bunch of these CDs recently, but I still have albums of CDs. I'm doing an amazing job with my camera here. So I still have albums of CDs that I browse through and look for something to listen to. I don't know if I have anything in the metal space that I can play that will be copyright free. That's a big trouble with trying to play music for your friends and playing anything through YouTube. Like I would definitely play some Tool or even Seven Dust. This is a #1 album choice for Randy Cheap Audio Man. He always plays Seven Dust. He and I have talked about it in comments before. But I have a number of soundtracks in here too that I like to listen to. There's, let me see. I saw there was a Crouching Tiger in here somewhere. Probably at the end of this section. The Crow. Does everybody remember The Crow? It's a very, very great soundtrack. So soundtrack music was one of those first interests I got into. Interview with the Vampire and Braveheart. I listened to those quite a bit when I was younger. So this is the way it was. It was sharing, bringing your binders of CDs to your friend's place and listening to the music there. And I had a lot of music back in the day. These are still some of my original CDs from when I was a kid. I still have the original albums from high school. Would bring your CDs over, slip in a CD drive, and then on your way. Nowadays with streaming, I can turn on my Spotify here on the iPad, and there it is, just bang. And I can browse my Discover Weekly playlist. If you guys are interested, my playlists are available. So here's the name of the playlist on Spotify. Lord knows what the thumbnail of this video is going to be. I'd laugh if it's this one. My main profile is available on here as well. Oh, it says no internet. That's because my Wi-Fi is off. Are you kidding? No, it's not. That's weird. I don't know why it would do that. Interesting. So that's not working, but that's a reason why you have CDs, because CDs will always work. Basically just have your player there and you turn it on and off you go. Let's find another song. I did some sound demos a while ago with the Arundel Towers and Monolith Towers, and I used this song to demo the towers. So from what I remember, it's not copyright, so I can just leave this up and just record the audio via the Pocket 3. So it is Friday. I figured I would just turn on the video, just talk about some things. I wanted to say thank you to my friends. I originally started talking about complex music and metal music, and the idea there, and it's confirmed by some of the comments, is that with metal music and classical to some degree, big band to some degree, complex, loud, dynamic music is difficult to reproduce, because if you are familiar with how speakers work, and I'm just going to use these for example, I can't zoom in, but speakers in general, all of them, they move in and out. We can see how this is moving in and out. And when we're playing waveforms have a lot of movement to them. So drivers have to move up and down as necessary to reproduce the signal going in. So complex music has even more changes. If it's a low wave, it has slower movements, but faster dynamic movements will have a lot of these ripples along the larger. Anyways, I'm describing sound waves to a group of audio people. You guys know what I mean. But complex music requires speakers like this and like these to move fast. And in order to do that, you need to have really good power. Now, I'm using the Orchard Audio GANFET technology Class D amplifiers right now, and these are known to have very, very efficient power use in creating the waveforms. They control the movement very, very well. They're not as susceptible to induction and feedback from the drivers. Like when the magnet moves, it sends a signal back, but this technology is so efficient that it's not susceptible to that. So in the comments, someone was praising Class D amplifiers and Orchard Audio for what they're doing in Class D and using metal music to reproduce sound waves and sound forms. And I agree with them, but I mean, maybe others don't. Maybe you are watching this video and you don't agree, but whatever music you're listening to, yes, speed of sound is the same, but complexity of waveforms are not the same. So the compliance of the drivers indicates how articulate or how accurate it is. Distortion levels aside, how accurate the sound coming out is a response that can be measured in impulse or transient. Not a frequency over time, but how quickly it stops and goes back to neutral. That's an indication of how articulate the system is, how controlled or damped or damping factor you want to call the amp, how much control can it exert over the woofer movements. That's something of a concern. The driver materials, the cabinet shape, the interactions with the room, there's a lot of different things that could come into play with how accurate it sounds. I mean, room acoustics being a thing, I have as many things in my room here to deal with the reflections, but from the speakers themselves, they need to be able to reproduce the sound wave as accurate as possible over time and in time. So transient response becomes very, very critical. That's something that I wanted to bring up and talk about today. That, as my good friend Peter from Audio Group Denmark said during one of my videos that I just uploaded, Montreal Audio Fest, if you haven't gone to see that a couple of videos ago, it's a thumbnail of the Borison Acoustic X6 with a blue and orange background. That's the show at Montreal. I was doing a live on Instagram and I ran into Peter Hansen and Win Wong, who is the distributor for Audio Group Denmark in Canada. And when I got to talk with them, I got to demo those speakers, the X6 towers, which would be like up here in this room, and I would still love to have them. But to the point, Peter had said timing is everything. And I hang on to that because of a number of things. Like this last couple weeks, I moved to day shift. Day shift has allowed me to do videos like this at this time in the middle of the afternoon on like a Friday. It's a 6:30 now p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now Fridays I was off on night shift, but my timing shift and being awake and all that changed. So I'm able to take advantage of more things going on in the evenings and afternoons while I'm on day shift. Now that's a move of timing because it keeps me awake and able to participate in things that are going on in North America during the evening times for audio. So I get to watch live streams, I get to be part of groups, I can do more streams, I can talk to my fans that are here in North America and the US and Canada. And you know what? Timing is everything. Timing is a matter of relevance, as Einstein would have us believe, and it's also a matter of reality. And when we look at a lot of other complex things, so, and I'm not going to get into it, but in timing wise with speakers and audio, the more time aligned, whether it's time arrival or time lapse with transient response, the more accurate your speakers are going to be. Accuracy will equal sound quality, in my opinion. I mean, you might debate me, but I believe that timing really makes a difference. And that could be your RT60 time in your room, which is how long it takes an echo to go away. Your speaker's response in terms of like resonance in the cone, the cabinet, your amp's ability to control the movement, the compliance in the drivers, all of it in terms of it transient response will equal quality. Let me flip this one last song, then we'll get out of here. So thank you for joining me today. It's another 15 minutes of me just rambling, one shot, one take. I appreciate you coming to hang out, coming to talk, coming to leave your thoughts. I do wish you well. Happy Friday. You will join me if I go live. Yes, no, maybe on Instagram. Yes, no, I'm on both. Facebook is mostly photos and posting. There's not a whole lot there that I can do live wise. I'm not streaming live to multiple platforms yet, but we'll see. Anyways, that's enough for me rambling. I appreciate you being here. Comment, let me know what you think. In the comment today, if you made it to the end of the video, write the word socks. I don't know if I've done socks already, but we're going to do socks again. Let me know if you've been here. Just so happens that I have Under Armour shoes and socks, which is pretty cool. I noticed that today. Yes, so write me the word socks, and then let me know what you think of the topic overall. Are you familiar with what I've talked about? Does it make sense? Would you like me to cover it again? If you need it explained or would like to know more about it, what kind of assets would help you understand? Drawings, visuals, showcase? Do I want to show what some of the speakers look like? Who knows? Let me know what you think. Again, happy Friday. That's 17 and a half minutes from me. Have a great weekend. I'll talk to you soon. See you in the comments. All right, friends? All right. See you later. Bye.